Hey guys, and welcome to River Raven Collects. Today we are sticking with the Warhammer theme that I've currently got going on, and we are looking at the Raven Guard Veteran Sergeant. So this was released in 2021, just like the Orc we unboxed, but not like the Eliminator. The Eliminator's newer from 2024. This is the Raven Guard. This is a specific chapter in the Space Marine faction. And of course, you know, being a Raven Guard, it's my favorite chapter, and also obviously I had to pick this one up, obviously. So it does look like quite a cool figure. I can kind of see from the box that there are some certain things that I would really like to see detailed more already, but we'll investigate that when we unbox it. So I picked him up for, I believe, 40 or 50, I think about 40. So I'll put it up on screen, whatever it was, but yeah, really happy to have this one. So without further ado, let's check out his packaging and then we'll get him out of his box. Alright guys, we got his box here, and you can see this is a slightly interesting box. It's like, yeah, just very basic. I think that the yellow backing works quite well with this character. Probably works well with most of them because I don't think there are too many yellow figures. So we've got his bolt gun pistol, as well as his chainsword. So, you know, all the mandatory things that a Space Marine needs. You can tell that he's all black, so he doesn't have a lot of details and stuff, unfortunately, but I mean, that's just how this particular Space Marine is. Got a lovely shot of him on the side with the Raven Guard veteran down here. So that is a really nice shot, and you can see that they've kind of done like a bit of shadowing on here, but on the actual figure himself there's no like wash or anything in that face mask, which is a little bit disappointing. Also, I should point out this is again a Primaris Space Marine. You can tell by that helmet instead of the old one with the grill at the mouth. And there is what he's going to look like on the back. I hope he does look that good when we get him out, because that looks really, really cool. We've also got some advertising for the others. So this is kind of interesting. They've put the Necron flayed one here, and then we've got the Red Sister of Battle, which they're usually in a black uniform, so that's a different faction within that faction. So we've just got the grey one of that one there. So kind of interesting that they've done that. I don't know, I feel like it's a bit of a weird choice. It would have been probably better to have one of the Orcs or something, but that's just my opinion. So anyway, we've got a bit of art on the side here, which you guys know I really like this art. I think it's really cool. Straight out of the Warhammer universe. I think it looks absolutely amazing. I would love like a bookmark or something of that. Really, really cool. So that's pretty much the box. We got a little window at the top. We've got 12 plus. We've got McFarlane toys, of course. Nothing really on the bottom, but I like to show you guys the whole picture. But anyway, let's get him out of his box and check him out. Alright guys, here we've got our Raven Guard Space Marine. So yeah, he feels pretty good, feels very solid, which is nice. Let's check out his articulation, but overall, looking at him like this, pretty impressed. Obviously he is all black, so we kind of don't have the details here like we did with the Orc, but that's kind of what you would expect with this chapter in particular. So let's check out his articulation. Shoulder comes up. I believe these move on their own as well. Yep. So that is very nice. I was a bit worried that it was going to be very loose like the Orc, but it's not. It is a little loose, it doesn't feel too tight, but overall it does feel quite good. Got his elbow joints, they work very well. Some twisting in the wrist as well, which is nice. This side, this elbow is a little bit stiffer, but not too bad. Same with the wrist actually. Arm, or shoulder I should say, is about the same, so that's quite nice. So got nice articulation in the torso. That waist one is a little bit rough. I think that it's getting caught on the belt. It doesn't want to move. Moving down to the legs, not bad at all. I mean, you do have to consider as well the heftiness, the size, the look of this figure. It is going to hinder his articulation in some ways. So overall, do we have feet? Yeah, just a little bit. Like I'm saying about certain details, they will hinder it, so that's about as much as you're going to get out of the foot. But I mean, overall, that is really good. Really good articulation compared to the Orc that is from the same year. This is really, really good. I'm really, really impressed with this actually. Alright guys, we have him all together here. So pistol was reasonably easy to get into his hand. Obviously it is the one with the trigger finger. So just here you can see that. So it does go in his right hand. Kind of expected it to be the other way around, but it's not. And you can't really just interchange them. You definitely can't hold the pistol in this hand, and this hand down here, my goodness. I consider myself quite strong, but this hand was putting up quite the fight. It doesn't want to bend open whatsoever to get that sword in there. So you can see that, I've got little indents on my thumb of the hand trying to pull it apart. Besides that, it was relatively okay. The jetpack just goes straight into the back, really easy. Super simple, just push it in there. It will probably come out if you pull on it, but it's got little like lip things that make it slightly bigger than the hole, so it is very secure in there. I don't really like how it sticks out a little bit here. Obviously that's something to be aware of picking up this figure that is going to be, the size of the model and it sticks out. I wish that was a bit closer in, but besides that, I think, he's looking really, really nice with his stuff. Anyway, let's jump over to the showcase and I'll be back with my final thoughts. Alright guys, that has been our look at the Raven Guard Space Marine Veteran Sergeant with heavy bolter pistol and chainsword. So I'm gonna say what I usually say for pretty much all of these figures at the moment, which is he's a solid figure. If I was a child and I got this, I was big into Warhammer, probably started too young and couldn't really get into the models all that well, too expensive, couldn't paint them all that well. So if I had this as a child, I would absolutely adore it. It is everything that I could possibly ask for. However, as a collector, as a McFarlane Toys enthusiast, I think that he could probably do a bit better. There's just, with this figure particularly, there is a lot of black, which is what you would expect from the Raven Guard. I'll put up some pictures of their artwork and the models so you can get a good idea of it. But I'm glad they went with the white helmet, because if he wasn't a sergeant, that's why he has the white helmet, it would all just be black. So it is good that they decided to give him the white helmet, I think, just to try and break it up a bit. I think it needs some edge highlighting, certainly needs a wash on the helmet. You know, we could have all the grills, the wings on the front of the torso, those could be really well highlighted. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it with myself. Same with the jetpack, it's the same problem that I complained about before, that it's all just one color and it doesn't amplify like all these little details that are on there, and you know, just hitting some of these screws and things would just really make it pop, make it look really good. At the moment, it's probably like a 7 out of 10 for me, I think, with this figure. It's solid, it looks like it's supposed to. It's a little bit shorter than the Eliminator, which is a bit odd. I don't know why that is, but obviously something's probably happened between 2021 when this came out and 2024 when that came out. Compared to the Orc, I think he's a good size though, and they came out the same year. But yeah, overall, I am really impressed with these figures. I'm so glad that we finally have these in figure form. Like, I'm over the moon about that. However, I just wish, you know, McFarlane would just go that extra step and give us those extra details that these figures really deserve. But anyway, guys, that's my thoughts. You let me know yours down in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this, please leave me a like. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. We've got less than 3 months to do that, but you know, up to you guys. I'll still be making videos regardless of what happens. But anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one.